So I had to work late at my day job tonight, and it's after 10:30 now, so I'm not going to get much work done in my eBay shop tonight. I'm just going to get the orders that came in today packed, and it's right now it's 7 orders, so I'll get all that stuff packed and ready to ship. And really, I don't even have to do that. It's Thursday night. I usually don't work on Fridays, so I could handle this stuff in the morning and take these packages to the post office. But I want to just kind of stick to my schedule if I can, keep myself on track, getting my orders packed up every night if possible. So yeah, these 7 orders came in. I think it's probably after fees and after shipping labels, it's probably going to be about $110 a day profit wise. Not as good as I hoped it would be, but I think that's where we're going to be. So that's the prediction I'm going to make now. So at the end of the video, I will buy shipping labels and do all the math to figure out how much actual profit each of these items makes and how much profit we had coming in today. So if it's over 110, I'll be happy. If it's closer to 200, I'll be happier. So yeah, there's not a lot of time because it is late and I'm tired. So let's stop fooling around. Let's just go in the kitchen and get these orders packed. All right, here we go. I pulled all these 7 items from my inventory and I grabbed some boxes. So we're just gonna have to get this stuff packed up and shipped out. So let's start right here at the top. I have a bunch of these Lego minifigures and I bought them all for about, I guess, for $1 a piece. I'm not gonna bother taking these price tags off. Hopefully that won't be too, what's the word? Uncouth. Like, I don't want this buyer to receive these and be mad that they bought them and found out that I only paid $1 a piece for them. But in any event, I think I had 36 of them or something like that, 32 maybe. And I divided it up into 4 lots and I listed them as auction style listings on eBay because I didn't want to do the research to find out if these were each. Some of these are worth some money, I think. Like, I saw some that looked similar that were like $80, like this one right here. I saw one that was 80 bucks. It's really difficult to figure out the pricing on these, so I decided to just let the market choose the price and I listed them at auction style. So these nine and this one listing is the only one that sold. The other 3 didn't get any bids, so I relisted those already. Hopefully I lowered the price a little bit from $24.99 to $19.99, the opening bid. So hopefully we will get some more interest next time around. But I've already, how many were there? There were 2 lots of 8, that's 18, and 2 lots of 9. Okay, 2 lots of 9 was 18, 2 lots of 8, 16. So what is that, 35? I guess I had 35 characters. So I spent 35 bucks. This sold for 46. So I'm already, after fees and everything, will probably be just barely into the profit on this deal. But it's, if I don't sell the rest of them, at least I didn't lose any money, so it's fine. But I think I will sell the rest. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. And maybe next time, if they don't sell next time, then I'm just gonna list them at $20 or $25 for each lot as a buy it now listing and let them sit for a while. I'm pretty sure it's some company that makes custom Lego minifigures, so they're not officially Lego branded or Lego sanctioned. So I don't know exactly how that works, but I'm going to just try to sell them. 6x5x5 is the size of this box. Let me move this out of the way. This is only 5 ounces, so we're in a rush tonight. I just want to get done. I had a glitch on a video that was, I posted a video today on YouTube and I had a glitch. There was no audio until the last 15 minutes or so. And luckily the last 15 minutes were still like kind of interesting, but it was a 2-hour long video where I spent the entire day. I think this must have been Monday. I spent the whole day just working on my shop. I had the day off for Columbus Day. So I was just working all day and filming every step of the way. So it turned out to be a 2-hour long video. And I guess the lesson I've learned is that I don't know if it's my computer or just the software or whatever, but it can't handle a 2-hour-long video in the future. So no more 2-hour-long videos. We're going to try to keep them shorter. I wish they were all like 15 minutes, but sometimes it's just more work to do than 15 minutes. So I'm just going to keep going by the seat of my pants, making these videos however I want. But my point is, I came home from work. I was already late, took the dog for a walk. That took some time. And then I started trying to repair that video. And I was not able to recover the audio for most of it, but I was able to save that last 15 minutes. So I'll be publishing that instead of what was supposed to be there. And it'll turn out fine, I'm sure. It doesn't really matter that much, but I've been trying to keep a schedule of at least exactly one video every day. And that's been going on since early February. So I don't want to mess up that schedule by missing a day tonight. So I will get at least something up. Okay, this thing is a torque tool. It says suitable for all gripple tensioners up to 1/4 inch wire. I have no idea what this is. I think it has something to do with fence installation, chain link fenced. I don't know. That came from the, what's that store called? Habitat for Humanity store. I paid $12 for it. This is from a shopping trip I went on with my brother. So that would have been in late July. I'm sure I talked a lot about that trip at that time because my brother was trying to get interested in selling stuff on eBay. And I don't know if he actually has listed anything or not, but he should be getting on it because fourth quarter is here, and I know he found a very valuable Santa Claus blow mold in the trash, and I think it was worth like at least around $800 to $1,200. So I hope he got that listed because now's the time for people to be buying that kind of junk. So if you're watching, Dan, get off your butt and get that stuff listed. I'm pretty sure everything I bought on that shopping trip has sold by now, and I don't think he's probably even listed anything yet. Anyway, these I got for $12 at the Habitat for Humanity store, and this is a sale item. I think I probably had them listed at like $65, but I have a 25% off sale running right now. So these sold for $55.19 plus shipping. I just brought this box home from work yesterday, I think, or it came in the mail yesterday. I can't remember, but it turns out to be pretty much exactly the right size. It's a relatively large tool. I don't really have a lot of boxes that would be suitable, so I was lucky that this one was here. Okay, I should cover up some of these labels, especially these hazardous materials labels. Like this indicates that could be a fire hazard in here, and I don't need that. That'll slow the shipping down, I think. So we'll cover that up. There's a label over here. We'll cover that up. I'm going to cover a portion of this. Maybe I'll just cover the whole thing. These labels are ones I ordered the wrong size, so I don't really care if I use those up. Okay, normally I would write, I forgot what this thing is called already. Gripple torque. I've learned if I write with a black marker on a white surface and then I put a label over it, it becomes like the black shows through so much that it makes me a little bit uncomfortable. So I'm switching to a pencil here. 4 pounds. This thing is probably 21 inches by 16. 21 by 16 by 5. And it's going to Missouri, not too far, to MM. Now I can use the marker. So I just put that information on there, the state and the buyer's initials, so that I don't make a mistake and put the wrong label on once I print the labels. Okay, this is an item that I just relisted recently, and I listed it at a very low price. This I've had for, I can't remember how long it was listed, since December of 2024. I bought this, brought it home, found out it didn't work, so I figured I'll try to get my investment back and I'll sell it for parts or for repair. And it sat for however long that is, a year, over a year, not quite a year, I guess, coming up on a year. And nobody's gonna buy a broken thing, so I marked it at $9.99, and then today I sent a 10% offer on it, so it was down to $8.99. And a person messaged me about it and said, I know you said it doesn't work, but will I be able to buy the whole recorder to use it for a prop? So I don't really understand what their question exactly was, but I just responded to it, basically reiterating their exact question. I said, it definitely does not work, and I don't see any reason why you couldn't use it for a prop. And then they bought it within 2 minutes. So it's only $9. I don't really know what they're planning to do with it. Maybe somebody's making a movie. I don't know. I have sold a couple of things to movie production companies, to prop departments, and I would like to do more of that. It's fun. It's a fun idea. There were like 3 items that all went to the same address, and it was a Chicago address. Somebody here who's making a movie. This is 11 ounces, 10 by 7 by 3, and I sent them a coffee pot and a canteen or something. It was just kind of a weird mix of things that was all going to the same production company in Chicago. And I was thinking about reaching out to them and saying, can you just tell me what movie this is going to be, or what TV show this is going to be in, so I could look for it. But also I was thinking, like, I could be a guy who's out there finding stuff for people, helping them get their movies made. You know, some prop people might not have they don't have the time to go out sourcing, and I do. So I was thinking about that, but I never did reach out to them. I wasn't sure if that would be inappropriate or not, so I left it alone. Okay, right now I have this little keychain. This is a vintage ZZ Top keychain. I think it's probably from the 80s. The person I bought it from said it came from a concert that they went to. So I only paid $1 for it. I was looking for a small plastic bag I wanted to put it in. I do have some just normal sandwich bags. I guess I'll put it in there. I was gonna just put this in an envelope and ship it, but it did sell for $40, so I think it could be fine to put it in a box. That's a high enough value to rate going into a box. So there it is, going in a box. What other scraps do I have here? I'm just gonna use up all these little bits and torn off ends. This goes in there too, why not? So yeah, I think I just slightly lowered the price on this. I think I might have had it for $49.99, and it got relisted recently. I'm pretty sure I lowered it to $39.99 because it seemed like a ridiculous price for such a small item. But I mean, I based those numbers on sales history, so somebody bought one of these in the past, probably for $60. 10 by 7 by 3. This thing is going to be very light, 7 ounces. And it's going where? It's going to New Jersey, which I guess that makes sense, to CS. So, done. All right, next. What's next? Gripple. This is a camera. I really, really did not expect this to sell so quickly. This little camera came from Jessica's grandma. She sent it. She's doing some house cleaning and getting rid of stuff. Or, you know, periodically she sends stuff to see if we want to list it or own it or whatever. And she sent this. I didn't think it was worth too much. I mean, this is a pretty low-end camera from probably the maybe the 50s. Beacon 2 by White House Productions is the name of the company. So it's not even like a brand name or anything. Anyway, I listed it for $24.99, and I thought it's probably really only worth $15, but I would give it a shot at $24.99, and it sold in just like less than a week, maybe. I have on here the date that I received it, which was October 3rd, not the date that I listed it. So I think it was just listed 2 days ago and sold already, and it's going to Canada through eBay International Shipping Program. My favorite. That's about my favorite thing about eBay. The international shipping program. I like it because their shipping hub is close by to here, so none of these things that I'm shipping there are likely to disappear, get lost in shipping, and it's close by, so it goes quickly and it's inexpensive. So I'll get this to Glendale Heights, where the shipping hub is, and then I don't have to ever worry about it again. If the buyer gets it and decides they don't like it, eBay will take the return, not me. So I like that aspect. Camera, this is 1 pound even, 6 by 5 by 5, and this is just going to EIS. That's all the information I need. That's eBay International Shipping. Okay, here is a little t-shirt. I'm not going to take it out of the bag, but it's Nike FCB Football Club of Barcelona soccer t-shirt. It has this pretty cool gradient on it where it's like red at the top, then white in the middle, and blue at the bottom, like a ombre. It looks nice. I don't have I don't have a box for this. I'll put it in an envelope. It only sold for $12.99, so envelope will be just fine. I paid $1 for this at a garage sale just like in late June, and probably got it listed shortly after that, so not too long to sell. Pretty quick, really. And I'm sure I sent an offer on this. $12.91 is a weird price, so I probably sent a 10% offer, and it might have been, would that have been on sale already? June, July, August. So, yeah, it probably would be on sale already. The sale in my shop right now is 20% off items that have been in there for 45 days or more. So it probably was on sale. And then sometimes with sale items, I'll send out a 5% offer, which is barely anything, but if it's already on sale already, it's just a little boost to get the buyer to take the bait. And I'll leave a message that says like, here's your chance to get a little bit extra off this item that's already on sale. Honestly, sending offers barely ever results in any sales, but it doesn't take much time to do it. So I probably send 10% offers. Like if it's a new listing or a full price listing, I send an offer for 10% off, and I probably do that maybe 20 times a day. This is going to EM in Indiana. This is the same town my aunt used to live in. Okay, and then finally I got some Vanity Fair magazines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's 5 issues. I'm pretty sure I got these at work when somebody threw them in the trash. If memory serves, these I picked up in April. Somebody came in the building and just left their garbage there, and I took a look at them and decided they were going to be worth selling. So 5 issues of Vanity Fair from 2022 through 2024. A lot of 5 issues. So don't sleep on magazines, even these relatively modern ones. I mean, it's not worth much, $16, but you know, it was garbage. Somebody threw it in the garbage. So turn trash into $16. I mean, I'd do that every day of the week if I could. The only thing is about magazines is they're relatively heavy, especially if you do a lot of them. Like I like to do big lots, like a full year or 5 years, and you can get a decent amount of money for, especially like specialized magazines, like hobbyist magazines. Those can sell pretty well. Older issues of like, you know, some really weird specific hobby. Everything has a magazine. If there's something in the world, somebody makes a magazine for it. Even though magazines are a dying medium, you can find these old like model railroad magazines or whatever, and people will buy those for sure. So I like to buy them. I like to sell them in big lots, but then they get real heavy, so shipping is kind of prohibitive for sales. Probably don't have to do this both directions, but I'm doing it anyway. This is going to be it. This is the last one, and it is 3 pounds. So just those 5 magazines are 4 pounds. Pretty heavy. Bags, 4 pounds. This one is 13 by 11 by 3. And who's it going to? It's going to Kentucky to SR. So, okay, I'm going to buy these labels from eBay, and then I'll be right back to tell you how much each of these items actually earned after fees and everything, and how much money we made today. What did I say earlier? 110? Okay, let's see if we can hit that target. A few weeks ago, or maybe a couple of months ago, I had a mix-up where I mixed up 2 labels. I put the wrong label on 2 different boxes. Switcheroo. And I used to just put the initials of the buyer on here so I could match it up with the label later. And in that instance, I had 2 buyers with the same initials, so I screwed that up. And since then, I started putting the state on there as well, assuming that if I happen to get 2 people with the same initials, they won't be from the same state. And so far, that's holding up. But tonight, I had another instance where I had 2 buyers with the same initials. It seems unlikely, if you're selling 7 things, that you would have 2 people who have the same first name and the same last name, but that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. All right, let's quickly run down the profits today, and we did a little bit better than I thought we did, so let's take a look. All right, these 5 Vanity Fair magazines that came from a trash bin earned $12.19 after shipping fees, and eBay fees. So I'll just break it down. $15.99 is how much the buyer paid. They were charged $8.42 shipping. The actual shipping was $8.26, so pretty close. eBay fees were $3.96. So subtract all that, add that up, do all the math, and you get to $12.19. The Nike football soccer shirt earned $10.12 after fees. The camera, White House Beacon 2 camera, earned $22.98. That's thanks to Jessica's grandma. Torque tensioning tool, $35.52. That's something called a gripple. Okay, ZZ Top concert keychain earned $31.21. The microcassette recorder, that's going to be a prop in something, $5.51. And then finally, that auction for the Lego Star Wars minifigures, $32.69. So we add that all up, and we're at $150.22. So it's 11 p.m. right now. We have until 2 a.m. until the day officially ends. So we might get a couple more orders. I put in a pickup request, and there's 7 boxes here, but I told them they're going to be 10. So I'm hoping for 3 more orders tonight. So $150. This is not bad compared to yesterday, which was 93. The day before that, 56. So those 2 days knocked my average profit down quite a bit. I was doing very well this month with some pretty high profit days by my standards anyway. And the average profit per day has been slowly going down over these last couple of days, because it was up to like $250 a day, and now it's down to like exactly $200 basically. And it needs to stay at $193 or higher average profit per day for the rest of the year in order for me to reach my goal of the year, which is going to be $50,000. That's what I'm shooting for. So we're halfway through the month right now. If we have a couple more big days or many days that are just hovering around 200, we're going to be fine. And we're going to be fine anyway. Like if this month, October, ends up at like 180 or even 150, I think that's good news, because November and December are really the big months of the year. And I expect this number to be quite a bit higher in those months. At least I hope it will be. Okay, so that leaves us with the last piece of information, which is the average profit per sale. During the month of October, right now, that is $34.15. So not bad. That's probably the highest per sale average I've had so far this year. So that's it for tonight. Tomorrow I will definitely be back. I'm sure there will be some more sales, so I'll be making a video on that. And then probably I'll be showing you some items that I picked up today. I got some CDs and some books and some pretty cool looking plates from my little lunch break thrift store I went to today. And I'll show all of that stuff to you tomorrow. But for now, it's time to call it a night, and I'm going to go to bed. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.